Hi guys, it's Crystal from Keto Carnivorous Chris, and today I'm going to show you how I made these yummy keto hot dogs. The other weekend, my kids had friends over and they were out in the pool. We don't carry processed buns and that in my house, so I tried to whip these up for the non-keto visitors. I'd spread 2 sheets of wieners out about an inch apart and line them up. I had baked them in my oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit while I started on the bread mixture for the keto hot dogs. I then went over to my mixer. I had separated 2 egg yolks and egg whites. I added the egg whites directly to my mixing bowl and added an additional cup of egg whites. This is just the Costco Kirkland brand. I'm sorry you can't see that well. The counter that my mixer is on is quite little and squished. I thought you could see the lip of the mixing bowl there where I was adding, but you can't at first. I added a teaspoon of cream of tartar while it started mixing there. And then I went on to add the egg white protein brand. This is the Mucusson brand, I believe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's off of Amazon. I added 3 heaping tablespoons, but I added them slowly. And again, I'm sorry you can't see this right now. I just kind of slowly shook the spoon of egg white powder into the mixer one at a time. It took me about a minute just to get it all in there. This video is speeded up right now, so once the 3 tablespoons were added, I added some nutritional yeast. I did a teaspoon of nutritional yeast, and again, I slowly added it to the mixer while it was mixing. I then did just a little bit of xanthan gum. I did about a half a teaspoon. And then I added confectioners Swerve. So I did 2 teaspoons of confectioners Swerve, not quite a tablespoon, but a teaspoon. And a dash of salt. I continued mixing until stiff peaks formed. All in all, my mixer was on for just over 4 minutes. It doesn't take very long in the stand mixer. There you can see it's stiffly formed. I brought over the egg yolks that I had set aside and had mixed them up and folded them into the egg whites, trying not to, again, over mix or flatten my mixture. Once the mixture was all combined, I brought it over to my baking trays where the hot dogs were, and then I mounded out a big spoonful over each hot dog. It was okay that the mounds touched. I wasn't concerned. I just kind of put a hefty amount over each hot dog, but left the ends out of the hot dogs, kind of like pigs in a blanket kind of feel. And then once both trays had the bun mixture on them, I decided to do 1 tray with sesame seeds, picky kids for the ones who don't, and left the other one plain. I continued to bake them with the leftover mixture. I added it to a baking pan for the kids that don't like hot dogs. I just did like a cheese stick type thing with the leftover mixture. I had a tiny little baking pan here that I spread the rest of the mixture into and just kind of leveled it out and put that into the oven as well after it was done. I did continue baking everything at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. At about 15 minutes, I pulled the hot dogs out and put a layer of melted butter over top. I just used a brush to brush it on, and then I added a little bit of cheese on top of both of them. Once they had some cheese and butter on them, I placed them back into the oven for the cheese to melt. They were in there about another 5 minutes. I did pull out that breadstick tray and brushed it with some butter as well. And this was a garlic butter that I used for the breadsticks though. And then added some cheese and chives and a little bit of salt. And then I had placed it back into the oven as well. After 5 minutes, I pulled out the hot dogs and the cheese sticks. And you can see the butter didn't bring down the height, and the cheese, it didn't bring down the height of the buns too much, but it gave it a nice outside, and they were perfect. My daughter wanted one right away. She wanted that end piece there. The house at this point smelled really good, so I cut that end piece off for her, and she had taken it right away, but I then went on to cut the rest. The hot dogs that were in the center of the log were a lot more uniform, obviously, than the end piece. They looked really good. I was not eating at this point. I was still fasting, so I didn't get to try one fresh out of the oven. I did try one later, and here are the kids eating them. My daughter, this is her second one, but she really liked them, and even her non-keto friend off to the side there liked it. She did have another friend not pictured who was eating the breadsticks, and she really liked them. These are some hot dogs that I made up for my husband, the way I would have eaten them if I was eating. I just topped them with some sugar-free ketchup and mustard and a little bit of spicy mustard and added some jalapenos. Again, this is just the way I would have ate them if I was eating them. I didn't get to eat any. I set one aside and ate it later at my eating window. I didn't add any toppings or heat it up even, and it was really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this keto hot dog video and breadsticks. The bread is modified from Maria Emmerich's protein sparing bread. It's not quite protein sparing, I know, because there's egg yolks and the butter, but I've been using this modified version for my kids and they really like it. And I've even started doing my buns and hot dog buns and stuff like this with the egg yolks and the butter on top. And it's worked out great. If you do try them, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.